Charlotte Carmichael here. So I know I didn't post last week, but it was hectic. We're redoing our floors in our house, so we had to move all the stuff from one room, which is where I was sleeping, into this room here, so that my dad could do the next room. So to make up for it, I was going to do a double topic video, but I've decided to do a video I was going to do next week. Today's topic of discussion is imaginary conversations and relationships in real life. So, for many people on the internet, it's hard to have real-life conversations and real-life relationships. Not that I'm saying everyone is like that, but most of the time you see on Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram that they can't talk to people in real life. Just like me. Unfortunately, I have to interact with people every day. At work, on public transportation, on the phone, and through email. So, to keep myself from going insane, which I already am, but I have imaginary conversations with myself, me pretending to be both me and the person that I actually want to speak to. So, take for example, this guy at work. He works on the same floor I do, and I see him walking around all the time, and I pass him every now and then, and when I see him, I have a hard time looking at him. I just can't make eye contact. So I look down at the ground, hide my face. I really try not to do that, but I end up doing it every time. There are rare times when I will look at him and smile, say hi, whatever. So because I give him these odd looks where I just look at him and then look down at the ground, it probably looks like I'm not interested, which I really actually am. So very interested. So one day on the way to work, I decided to have an imaginary conversation with myself, telling the guy exactly how I feel, which I would never do in person, in real life. So this is kind of how it went. Hi, why do you give me all these weird looks? The truth is, you intimidate me. I find you very attractive. I have a hard time being around you without being embarrassed. I know I'm just this short girl that probably isn't your type, but our vast height difference intrigues me, and I really do think you're very good looking. So this time, I've had more than one conversation in my head about this with him, but I never got past the me telling guy me, because I don't know if he finds me attractive. And I'm sure as hell not gonna ask him in real life. I mean, what would the point of me having imaginary conversations in my head if I could actually do it, right? Well, the main reason I have a hard time with real life conversations is because I have a hard time keeping friends. I was made fun of in grade school, and in high school I started out with a lot of friends and ended up with one friend when I graduated. Then I went to college, and I was so nervous and scared that people weren't going to like me that I hid in my dorm room all the time. I know I only look like 16, but I'm actually 22. I've graduated college already. Anyway, now I'm working a full-time job in a big city populated by millions of people, and the only thing I do after work is take 75 minutes to get home. I don't meet up with high school friends to catch up, and I don't even go out with coworkers after work for a drink, because no one invites me, and I don't want to be that person that invites themselves to everything. The reason I'm doing this video instead of the video that I was going to do originally this week is because I met an old friend's family member on the ride home from work on Friday, and it really threw me for a loop, because I haven't spoken to this person in over a year, and I don't even know if he cares that, I'm still alive or anything. One of the things that really stopped me from being his friend was the fact that he seemed to not want to hang out with me, at least in public. My friend and I stopped talking over almost a year ago, and the reason we stopped talking was because it seemed like I was living vicariously through him, but I really needed my own life, and seeing him happy all the time, going out with friends and, family, not inviting me, really upset me and gave me this moment of clarity. You know, and now that I think back on it, there were so many times when I could have just said, you know, screw you and leave me alone, because he did so many things that upset me, and he took me for granted, and I really should have stopped being his friend a long time ago. I mean, it sucks that I feel this way, and I really wish I could change the way I feel, especially about, you know, friends and stuff, and I really wish I didn't care what people thought. But I guess what I'm trying to say is my overall goal, besides the bucket list that I have and the resolutions that I made, which I will be posting in my next video, is to just be happy. So yeah. Anyway, it would be so great, and not great at all actually, if the guy from work saw this and knew it was about him and just randomly came up to me and asked me out for a drink or dinner after work. That way I wouldn't have to do it. But honestly, yeah, pigs really do fly. Just like that's gonna happen. So next week I'll post a video about my New Year's resolutions and my bucket list, which I should have done this week but didn't. Should have done last week actually, but didn't. So anyway, this is Charlotte Carmichael, and thanks for watching.